Yeah,
Mm.
I'm gonna get more too. I'm gonna get more ink. So we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna get the sun always rises, and then I don't know.
No, I
Is that
mean,
a book?
On your where are you gonna get that?
Probably in my butt.
nice.
I would have done the front, but
That makes
Well,
sense.
I feel like you have to with tattoos on your body now that you've committed to one word, breathe. You have to stay with this template. It's got to be like one word motivation all around your body so that you can just point and click on however you're feeling that day.
mm-hmm.
So it's like you're looking down at your arm, it's like breathe. And then you look down at your thigh and it says center.
It's really just a map.
Yeah.
Higher, lower. Yes.
You look at your calf, it says stop.
Oh, thank you, calf.
And then
You've
what's
gone
there?
too
Like
far.
what's there at the end of the trail?
That's to be
Happiness.
determined.
Happiness.
Enlightenment.
No, it's always happiness at the end of the trail.
So what are we talking about today?
I'm just saying, as a hairy bearded gentleman like yourself, Jordan, you absolutely understand that there's happiness at the end of the trail, right?
My trail doesn't end.
I don't have a trail. We should get you a fake beard. Would you be okay with that? Would you do an episode if we got you like a Gandalf beard or like some sort of?
I'd be fine with that. I would be 100% okay with that. Can we not speed past you saying I don't have a trail? Can we not? Can we like beep back the truck up for a second because you said I don't have a trail? So I'm assuming that you wax.
No, I shave.
You shave? Okay,
Yeah.
but not
With
like
what?
not maintenance. You're like full on clean.
Oh, it's like it's yeah.
Baby
Deserve.
bottom?
Yeah, there you go. That was less.
Is it like this? Is it like this?
Yeah,
This is
it's like that's it. That's how it is.
Does our Beard Daddy sack have a shaving kit in it?
how could it not? How could our Beard Daddy sack not have a shave kit in it?
Do you time that, or is that because you do that every time, Jordan, in an episode where you talk about Beard Daddy and then you seductively put on chapstick, which I can only assume.
I'm trying to promote Lip Daddy, man.
It
It hasn't gotten off the ground as much as Beard Daddy has.
So that's gonna go in the bag with the circular wax and balm. That's what the chapstick is gonna go in there.
Only if they order it today.
Beard Daddy.
There's nobody
Welcome
else
to
here.
our show.
By Menon, when you say Beard Daddy, by Menon.
That's the only slogan I know. So that's literally every single slogan. Like I'm that guy at the market. All right, here comes Alex again. What's he got? Like this one's gonna be a Marble Madness. Like Marble Madness. Like oh, that's what you just did. No. You didn't hear the Marble Madness. Like I'm gonna explain to you that there's peaks and valleys in the way that I say it.
Yeah, it's hot, it's fresh, and nostalgic all at the same time.
Wow. I love it. All right. Sorry, we interrupted you, Jordan. Go back to your lip balm.
Welcome to Two Guys and Another Guy. Today we're talking about schools, back to school.
Oh,
The stress, the celebration,
There it is.
the relief, whatever it is that you feel during the back to school moments. That's what we're talking about today. And we're two guys and another guy that are very qualified to talk about this topic because we've been to school and we've sent people to school and we know what school is generally about.
All right. Just to verify, Alex, you have 2 children.
Yes.
I have 2 children. Jordan has 12 children.
Going on.
Jordan has a hockey team at this point.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, just brought my 4th home, man.
Hey,
But
congratulations.
It's gonna be
Yes.
tough. Thank you.
Can I
Congratulations.
ask, when are you guys gonna have another one?
So we kind of pulled the plug on that.
Okay.
Unless my wife is open to me having like a child with someone else.
I
for
knew
the
that was
family.
coming. I knew that was coming.
Still working on that. I mean, because 4 is not enough. 4 is not enough.
4 is plenty. I didn't want to say too many, but 4 is it's
4
too
is a
many.
lot. 4 when you're already outnumbered. At some point they're gonna start ganging up on you.
At some point, they start taking care of themselves, though, and then me and the wife can just leave.
So just to clarify, Jordan, what's the mix, boys versus girls, and how many are now in school for you?
Yeah. So I've got 3 girls and 1 boy. So my oldest is a girl, and she's going to be starting 2nd grade.
Mm.
The next one is a boy, and he's starting school for the first time, kindergarten. And,
Wow.
and then I got another girl and another girl. One's just born.
For the viewers at home, how old are you, Jordan?
I'm 41 years old.
Wow. I'm sorry, I don't want to tangent, Alex. I apologize. So you got a late start with 4 kids.
That's correct.
Wow. Can you delve into that? Why? I mean, what happened there?
I'd rather not get into it.
Okay, fair. Now Alex wants to get into it really bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you say something like that? I don't want to talk about it. Like, well, that's a story for another time.
You know what? I pursued my own things, which is an important thing to do.
It's a great answer. Why didn't you want to say that?
And there wasn't a single girl that wanted to pursue them with me. So,
Now that's
and then once I
true.
settled down, I actually got to the point. I'll be real for a second. So I got to a point, and this would be my advice to lots of younger people single, people that are, that would like to not be single, is I finally stopped looking. Like it was when I stopped like trying was when I met my wife. It almost felt like that was meant to be in my head. It was kind of like I would date anyone and everyone. Like I lived in a small town for 5 years of my life, and I and there wasn't a whole lot of people to choose from there, and so like anyone who wanted to date me, I'd like date them, and I could fall in love with just about anyone, and and then I finally said, man, dude, stop. And just do you, you do you, boo, or whatever they say. And I just focused on what I was doing. And I stopped trying to find a partner, and boom, partner showed up.
It's a beautiful story. Thank you.
I was not prepared to share that. But.
No, I'm glad
that
you
was
did
a great story, though. Yeah,
It really was very good. I mean, I'll be honest. My wife and I were married for 5 years before we had children.
Nice.
So, I mean, we made the conscious decision that we really wanted to have some experiences before we had kids.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 27, 26 and a half, maybe. There it is.
You're in your 20s using a half.
I was 308 months old.
That was the exact joke I was hoping for. Yes. That's pretty standard, I feel, in like the Southern sort of agery. Like I was 28 when I got married, and I felt like we were kind of like late to the game when it came to being married. And I was like, my friends already have kids. We got to get on this. So we got married, and we're like, let's do this. No travel, no experience, no moments. Like you go to work, I'll watch the kids. Let's do it. And then here we are. I like blinked.
Nice. I feel like we are long lost, like separated twins, Alex, because I was the same way. Like when I was 17 years old, I thought I would be married with a kid by 23, guaranteed. guaranteed, mapped out plan that was definitely happening. And then you would feel some pressure when you get to like 25, 26, and it's like, I don't have a girlfriend. Just me.
Well, I fell in love with. I could fall in love with anybody. So. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, that Jordan. That really.
No, I was the same way as you, Marty. Like I really thought I was going to get married young, and so often that was my criteria for breaking up with someone. Is like if I didn't feel like I was going to marry them, I would just kind of say, "All right, well, I guess this is over because I'm not seeing this going to marriage." So I'd end it, but then that led to I ended up being I was like 26 and a half, and
such a good joke.
We've completely gone into the realm of only entertaining ourselves. So I apologize to anybody that's listening right now. And hey, by the way, the topic is back to school.
So far off topic.
Alex, what are your kids?
What are my kids? What?
What are their ages?
Hey, Alex. What are your kids?
What are your kids?
Well, he and he are a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they're both in the same school now. And so that's really fun for them. I hear people do that thing where like each parent goes to like the open house and like you just divide and conquer. Is that true? Is that how you're supposed to do it?
That happens, yes.
Is that not how you do it? Like, do you have to go together?
With our first, we went together, but our second, we've definitely gone to the divide and conquer strategy.
Right. I feel like most people do that eventually, where it's like, this is old hat. This doesn't matter. Just get the paperwork and we'll go home.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm very distracted. Nick in the comments just said that $480 is the average spending cost for back to school. What are we spending $480 on? I'm sorry.
So we go to REI and we buy him a JanSport backpack that has like a bladder in it. So that's like $85. And then you got to get like the thermal socks just in case they get wet.
Are they going to Vietnam? What do you mean this thermal socks, Forrest Gump? Like what the hell, Lieutenant Dan?
Yeah, you got to have thermal socks in California.
I mean, it gets really, really cold at night in the desert.
When school is in session.
There are no roofs. Seriously though, what do you spend them like? How much money do you guys spend on back to school stuff?
Not that much. I mean, a lot because we'll like donate to teachers' classrooms.
Because they're doing a service.
Sure. I mean, full disclosure, my wife is a teacher and she has been for the last 18 years. So especially, and no offense to middle school or elementary school teachers, but high school teachers just get absolutely stepped on with a sharp pair of high heels and they didn't ask for it. So by the fact that they have zero supplies in their classroom, like zero supplies. And the parents, once parents get to high school with their kids, parents are just like, I don't care about you. This is ridiculous. Just watch my kid and make sure if they want to go to college, you can give them a passing grade so they can go to college. Whereas, elementary schools, it's like, I will give you anything you like. You want $5,000 Chick-fil-A? Here you go. And by the way, for Christmas, I'm buying you a sleigh ride with Santa Claus himself. Because you watched my 5-year-old, and my 5-year-old is a nightmare. We all know that. So, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Get as many sanitary wipes and markers and expo markers as you can. That's, again, they're doing you a service to be teaching your kids.
I don't know how much we spend on back to school. Like, I feel like my wife buys it. She's kind of in charge of buying all that stuff, and she'll just kind of buy it throughout the year. Like, all I know is that stuff shows up and it's like Oh yeah, that's for school. They needed that, And I'm like, okay.
That PS5 there for school.
Oh, I wish she bought a PS5. That would be great.
That's how you spend $450
Yeah.
on back to school stuff.
Nick bamboozled us all. That's what he's spending the money on.
Hey Jordan, can you look up headlines for us? Well, I liked that game last week. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we're going to Microsoft Edge, their feed.
Not sponsored.
Which is powered by Bing.
Bing.
Microsoft
when you need
Bing.
something to hear while you're shaving that face, Beard Daddy.
Microsoft Bing. We're not Google.
Microsoft Bing. Do you remember Alta Vista?
Microsoft Bing. Who remembers Jeeves?
Asking for a friend. Microsoft Bing. Do you know where your settings are? Because you're going to need to change this.
So just while Jordan looks up Bing, you mentioned $70 for a backpack. Were you joking about that, Alex, or honestly?
Oh, yes, they get the $15 Walmart bag that has Baby Yoda on it.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah. I probably spent $150 on new bags, pencil holders, lunch boxes. They each got 2 shirts. One got a hat, pair of shorts. And so, I mean, I could see spending a bunch. Like, I wanted the first day to be like super fun. They got whatever theme they wanted. Because, it's how many times do you actually get that chance? 12.
Sure. Cool. My oldest has switched over to wanting Under Armour backpacks or Nike backpacks, which is nice because the last 3 years he's wanted those types of backpacks. I'll just take his old backpack and it becomes my backpack. So it's like, oh, sweet, I got a new Under Armour backpack. When really it was my son's all of last year. So there's that.
So you're buying it for you in a year. You're buying it for future you.
I'm renting it for future me is what I'm doing at that point.
Nice.
How we looking, Pink headphones?
Well, we're looking pretty good. So we'll get going with the Play It Forward, which is a little game we play, where I'll read some headlines from Microsoft Bing, the newest and latest search engine. And it's up to Marty and Alex to kind of play the story forward and tell us the rest of the story.
Can I stop you real quick? Most of y'all don't know. Don't huff. I'm gonna stop you real quick. Most of y'all don't know. I work in digital advertising, and when a proprietor says, "Hey, would you like to put up some digital ads on Microsoft Bing?" we immediately hang up the phone and then have the biggest belly laugh, like, ha, 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 ha. Those morons at the other end of the sales call wanting to pitch Microsoft Bing to us. Those absolute sons of bitches thinking that we're some just absolute morons on this end wanting to buy Microsoft Bing digital advertisements. Continue, though.
Well, I guess we're not getting them as a sponsor now.
I don't know. Any publicity is good publicity.
That's true.
Okay. This is a tough one. Newsweek says a man was shot in the face during a brawl between 2 McDonald's customers.
Which is why they shouldn't have the T-shirt gun inside of the McDonald's. I mean,
Go ahead, finish it.
I mean, I get that you need a nice Big Mac after you've celebrated a win with your favorite football team, but you need to have a safety on those guns, and we've said it before, because those T-shirt guns can be they're almost as dangerous as potato guns.
See, you're way off on this one, Alex. This
Okay.
is absolutely why it is vitally important that they have the ice cream machine at McDonald's working at all times. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is actually a class action lawsuit out that was put out this week against the manufacturers of the ice cream machine at McDonald's that purposefully wrote incorrect code so that the machines would have to be serviced more often so that they could make more money. And when you do that as an organization, not only are you evil, but you're going to end up with people getting shot in the face at a McDonald's. I rest my case.
Rest my case, he says. There you go.
Very interesting. So there's also the Today has an article out there. Viral TikTok shows how Five Guys fries are really made, and people are shocked.
Yeah. So the problem is, I don't know why you're shocked that they sprinkle actual crack cocaine onto French fries, because that's the only way a person is going to crave and want those types of French fries that literally aren't even put in a vessel. They are poured into a brown paper sack. You are digging your hand deep and diving into the bottom of that bottomless brown paper sack looking for crack covered fries.
It sounds like you have a strong opinion about fries.
No, well, I mean, more than no. I mean, it's not about the fries though. Like that's the cover for it. Like they couldn't figure out how to get rid of their cocaine, so they were like, "Look, we've got these fries. They're not very good, but if we just put a little nose candy on here, watch the customers keep coming back to five. We'll even call it Five Guys. Like what? Like every time somebody says it, they have to like smirk or like laugh inside. Like I want to go to Five Guys. Like yeah, I bet you do. You know, like, I just feel like it's one of those things that the cartel really did their work in finding the place to cover up with Five Guys.
I think they're ripping off our show. Really, I mean, maybe someday we'll get to Five Guys, but
we need two more guys, right?
We need two more guys.
Then we could be two guys, another guy, and then two more guys. It's a lengthy title.
It is. I mean, to really wrap it up, we should really just like do our podcast from a pizza place. So it could be two guys, three guys, two guys, and a pizza place.
Pizza pie. That's way too many guys.
This is why you never see mosquitoes at Disney World.
That is because they pump in spiders into Disney World. This is one of their underground. Yes, so underground there's a terrarium. It's the largest terrarium in Anaheim, actually. And it did become a problem in the 70s when one of the cages broke, and all through like Astro Blasters, which is really weird because the movie Toy Story wasn't made yet. All through Astro Blasters, the spiders just wreaked havoc. People thought it was part of the ride.
Nice. That's a really good guess, but it's incorrect, Alex. The real answer is the fact that at Disney World, they have a true color, and this is a true statement. This is a paint color that they paint at Disney called No-Go Green. And No-Go Green is painted over objects or areas that they don't want people to see at the parks. So if it's not appealing or something you don't want the guests to look at it, they'll paint it No-Go Green, including the spiders at Disney World. So the spiders have been painted No-Go Green.
So that's a true story. They actually do paint Disneyland.
I said it was a true story.
How are you so smart, Marty? You know so much about the dumbest things.
You sound like my wife.
Rest in peace, Walt. Jeez.
All right, this is the one thing that people most buy. Hold on a second.
You needed a swig of whiskey to get through this?
This is the one thing people buy most when they're drunk. Survey says.
I'm going to guess it's that like cake spatula, because like you never have one. And I feel like people are like, like we need a cake spatula.
You have one. Like, you have like 5, but you just don't know where you're
buying them. Yeah, you don't no idea where they go. So in that moment, you're like, what do we need right now? Like, well, I need a shot of Jameson and one of those cake spatulas. And so that's the one thing you need.
I have a question. Can someone buy their dignity back? Is that possible? No?
I don't think so. I don't think that's a financial.
I think that happens quite often when you're drunk. You're out and about and you make an absolute horrible decision. Hey, wouldn't it be great if I had insert item here? Wouldn't it be great if we did insert activity here? And if you're doing that, you're really trying to buy your dignity back because you have lost it at least 4 drinks ago. So that's my guess, Jordan.
2 drinks, but okay.
Well, let me see. So now let me see what it says. Looks like
It's gonna be Amazon.
number 9 is face masks.
I already hate this article.
Number 8 is collectibles,
Hmm.
movies, alcohol delivery,
Oh,
groceries. Oh, there's a stupid ad that popped up here. Hold on. Bing.
Is
All right.
yeah.
Emily guessed alcohol in the comments.
Video games, wearable devices,
I hate this article.
food delivery, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and clothing is number 1.
I'm not even okay, but like what? Like
I don't know, man.
how did they take this survey? I'm going.
It's freaking Bing, man.
Freaking Bing.
Googlers don't do that.
Googlers.
All right, give us one more, Jordan. Give us one more.
All right, one more. Let me see.
Can we clarify wearable devices?
We cannot.
we should not. We should not.
Like a ring.
I think you pegged that answer, Alice.
Oh
Alice.
no. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, how this woman became the sole survivor of a serial killer.
Oh, I think I actually heard this story, like this real story.
Oh, it's a real story.
It's a.
I mean, Bing wouldn't lie.
What is it? I want to know what the Bing wouldn't lie.
That's a
Why would
teacher
they?
right there. Bing wouldn't lie.
So the question is, how do you survive a serial killer? How do you become the only one to?
Okay, here's my answer. You put the milk in first.
So it's a good
You're
question
dead.
because I feel like a serial killer doesn't even outlive himself. Like there's not like a serial killer that died of old age, is there? I mean, maybe in prison, or maybe the Zodiac killer. Actually, this got really serious.
It really
Whenever I watch like a serial killer movie, like the serial killer is always just a creep. So if you like avoid creeps,
Ted Bundy.
Now, what movies are you
Charles
watching?
I mean,
Manson.
Ted Bundy had maybe mesmerizing eyes and a perfect face and a chiseled body, but he was a creep, wasn't he?
I'm not defending serial killers. I decided I was not going to keep. I'm not going on the offensive on this one.
If you look in someone's eyes and they look dead inside, maybe run.
But the question
No,
is, how do
I'm-
you
I
how
don't
do
know
you
how-
out how do
So,
you outlive?
I'm
a
just saying,
serial
by,
killer?
by Jordan's definition, wouldn't you just run from every married man?
Because they're all creeps.
No, they look dead
They're
in the
all
eyes,
creeps,
though.
and they're all dead
Dead
inside.
inside.
That's how you do it. You get married.
What? Every show, I'm just gonna stop. Hard pause. Every single show thus far that we've done. What are we on? Like 6 now? This is our 6th
I think
show.
we're like 25.
We're
we've
not
done
at
like-
23. We're not at 23. We've done 6 shows, and all 6 at one point, at least one line. Alex and I will make eye contact on this podcast, and after Jordan makes a comment, and both go like this. We both go, "Wow!" Like Owen Wilson. Wow!
That's a good one. A good impression too.
Every time.
Now say it like like
Can you do a Vince Vaughn? Can you do a Vince Vaughn? That one's hard.
Oh, Vince Vaughn is hard because you just gotta start. I can't do it. You gotta do the shotgun approach with the verbals. What are you talking? You step out of it.
I'll work on it. I think. Let's see. If, yeah, guy, you gotta. That's fine if you want to do that. If you're gonna do that, it's great. But you gotta turn around and go in somewhere else at the end.
What is
Anyway.
What's wrong with you? I'll work on my Owen Wilson. You work on your Vince Vaughn.
The best Owen Wilson joke is what video game does Owen Wilson play?
Oh, it's World of Warcraft. It's WoW.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
It's WoW.
Such a stupid joke.
You're nailing it. Like you're like that far away from nailing it.
I
least
know.
when you say wow.
I need a little more work. Clear as mine.
What did Jordan? What did you learn tonight?
Oh, I breathed again, and I
Are you gonna
I
get that
learned.
tattooed on your body?
Are we done? Is this
Is
like
there
the
an-
final what I learned, or is this like a mid what I learned?
Yeah. What did you learn on the show? Let's. Like we didn't talk about school that much. What about an experience? Do you have any experience from like high school
Oh God, here we go.
that sticks with you? Like, is there? I mean, gosh, it's so vague. But
No, while Jordan thinks, because I know he has many experiences that stick with him. I know for a fact that Alex, you and I do not know enough about young Jordan. We don't. And whatever's about to come out of young Jordan's mouth right now about his young Jordan experience, we are both going to say, wow.
wow.
Go ahead, Jordan. Tell us about young Jordan. What was an experience from your young schooling days that stuck out?
From my young schooling days, from high school. This is where I got you. I was not thinking of an answer while you guys were talking.
Okay, so I've got one.
I'm sorry. It's called vamping, Jordan. I vamped so well for you. I paused. I vamped. I gave you a beat and a breath to think of something, and all you could do inside your head was go.
Well, you kept saying how great it was going to be, and I kept thinking, well, now I got to make it really great,
So it doesn't have to be great, but I'll tell a story real quick.
Yeah,
I auditioned for the talent show,
Mm.
and we were gonna do Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, obviously. Yeah, because
Great
name
song.
one other song by Rip Van Winkle. Anyone?
Great song.
So anyway, I go to audition, and like we really didn't have it together, but I was like, I promise this is gonna be great on the night. And they were like, well, we made you the intermission show. We didn't feel like you were ready to be a part of the actual talent show. So that created a chip on my shoulder that me and my 4 Backstreet Boy friends decided to put on the best Vanilla Ice, Ice
I'm
Ice
sorry.
Baby.
Can you say that name again?
Me and my Backstreet Boys.
Friends?
Friends.
Boyfriend?
Backstreet Boy friends.
You did.
I hear it. So we brought the house down.
Okay.
And it was very, very upsetting because we spent so much time like working on it and doing it, and we didn't win. But that night we won.
You did win.
We were the real winners.
Is there video footage of this?
Gosh, I bet there is. I'm
Like
gonna have to pull out.
VHS?
There's that little camcorder that it used to have with like the itty bitty microfilm. It's like that big. It's like
Yeah.
a cassette. I'll have to
Yeah.
pull that out. That has to exist.
Do you have something to play it on?
No. Nope. But I'll like take my phone and I will film the actual camera. Jordan,
Yeah.
did you think of anything? Did you?
Oh, here's one. Let's see. I remember this. I remember so I used to work at a dollar store called Only Deals. And
Not only dollars?
no, it was Only Deals.
Missed
And-
opportunity.
And well, I think it was like they were like they're not really a dollar store. It's like everything was $1 or $5 or $10.
Was deals spelled with a Z?
No,
Oh,
we lived in suburbia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Whoa! What does that mean, though? Like,
I was just a little tidbit. I don't know. I mean, I'm just adding details.
you think you can't add a Z in suburbia?
It was there was so much disdain in the way he said it, right? I was like,
No,
No.
disdain.
we live in suburbia.
We spell things correctly.
So I was working at Only Deals, and a shipment came in with condoms, And so I bought some condoms because I had
Okay.
to get some Only Deals condoms.
Wait, you were
And-
working there though? You worked.
I was working there. Yeah.
So
You
you
get a
had
discount?
you got a deal on, like an employee deal on
You get a
Only
discount?
Deals.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I admit, I took them. I took them.
Wow, that changed. That shifted quickly.
I took them. I put them in my pocket, and I took them.
Wow.
And now Only Deals is out of business, and I'm
And you put
sorry.
it out of business.
I'm sorry for the $1 condoms that I took.
Yeah, you
Use
should.
them. Use them.
I did, but I used them.
That's water
Um,
balloons.
We went to a high school hockey game, and we blew them up into balloons, and we're
Here,
hitting them around.
Here it comes.
And then we had sex with them.
And we got kicked out.
And then we had sex with Oh my God. Jordan turning Only Deals into Only Steals, putting them out of business. That's absolute awfulness.
That moment of clarity was great, though. Like,
It really was.
no,
It feels good to get it off my chest, really.
I did.
Are we the first people you've told?
Probably not.
No, yeah. This is a Christmas story.
Yeah, I share it every year.
Yeah, we
Gather
know,
around,
Dad.
kids.
We know, Dad.
Let me tell you about the time I stole $1 condoms.
Pittman says $1 condoms. They have almost no holes. Almost no holes. Oh, they kind of work just us. Only Deals.
They're made
Horseshoe,
in China. I'm sure. they're-
horseshoes, grenades, and $1 condoms.
Yeah, what kind of dollar stores are happening in Minnesota where they're selling condoms for $1?
It's in suburbia. That's what we know.
It's in the suburbs, you asshole.
This was a classy joint.
I bet. That's where they spell deals with an S.
All right, Marty, what's your high school story?
Oh my gosh. I wasn't thinking at all, Jordan. I have similar stories to Alex. I mean, again, long lost.
Of course
twins.
you do.
Of
Yeah.
course it is. I same situation, Alex. We had something at our high school called a brigade ball. And a brigade ball was when the dance team, which was a big deal, like 300 members on the dance team would do like a huge performance show. They would all do like 4 or 5 performances together. It was 3 hours long. It was absolutely insane. Would always pack the auditorium, and our school auditorium had almost 900 seats in it. So I got to host the brigade ball, which means I got to vamp in between costume changes.
That's fun.
So I got to do 6 different skits in between the emceeing activities as well. And there is VHS footage of that. And my claim to fame was my partner and I, who won state champions of duet acting for UIL that year, we did our winning duet performance. And in that duet performance, and I kid you not, Texas, 1999, we're on a stage in front of 900 people. And there's a part, we're doing History of the World, which is Monty Python. And there's a part in there where we're reenacting World War II, and I'm freaking out in a bunker at World War II, freaking out. My partner slaps me as hard as he can twice, and he grabs my face and like kisses me on stage in front of 900 people. And then I go, "Thanks, I needed that." And
Did you
the
kiss him
house,
back?
no, the house, like Alex said, just came down.
Yeah.
It like again, late 90s. Southern Texas, that was a big deal. It
Yeah,
was a
for
big
sure.
deal.
I mean,
And the
Ella-
only reason it worked is because he was the captain of the football team, and like everyone's like, oh, whatever. But it worked. And if honestly, if anybody else would have done it, it would have been like, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, get him off the freaking stage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And how many more times did you kiss him after that?
And like we went so hard that night. So hard.
You went to Five Guys.
Yeah. You ever heard of Five Guys?
And another guy.
Yeah. It was breathtaking.
All right, beautiful. I definitely can relate to that. I've definitely had those moments on stage where I got that. Like it was called Heritage for us, where it was like a beauty pageant, and then we had our like intermission style like stripper dance where we wore like bow ties and wife beaters. And I remember not eating for 2 days to like be like super buff for that performance. But enough about me.
So is there VHS of that?
There is 1,000% a copy
Does
of
it
that.
help you get super buff to not eat for a couple of days?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, absolutely. The tonnage.
You stop drinking water?
Mhm.
Like those are all tricks. Come on now.
It's true.
Pittman asks open mouth.
I'll never tell.
We'll never tell, Pittman. We'll never
You
tell.
know what I learned tonight, gentlemen?
What'd you learn?
What'd you
Jordan?
learn?
I think that growing up, life is just kind of chaotic. There's a lot to figure out. There's a lot going on. And, let's cut each other some slack. Like everyone's got a childhood. They're growing up. They're trying to figure stuff out. We can be so hard on ourselves and so hard on each other. Let's just support each other through life that is just hard and sometimes confusing, and just help each other out and get through it. How about that?
That's great, Jordan. You have such a way with words and a way to find the positive in the negatives. I appreciate that. I learned that the three of us probably wouldn't have been friends in high school.
The three of us.
The three of us. Alex and I would have been friends. Sorry, I don't mean that, of course, Jordan. You set me up so well for that.
No, but I would have been the guy like hanging out in the lunchroom, sitting next to some people because I'm thinking that's what I'm supposed to do, and seeing you guys at another table, and I would have been the guy kind of looking at you, going, kind of slowly eating my sandwich, kind of wishing I was at your table. That's what. But we would have never.
You would have been with the cool kids, though, Jordan.
I don't know, man. I was in the middle. What's the
wouldn't
middle?
we wouldn't have sat down very long. That's the
There
thing.
were definitely cooler kids that wouldn't talk to me.
Maybe that's our connective tissue, gentlemen, because I think we were all in the middle, to be honest with you.
I was friends with most people. I just by like junior year, you're friends with everybody. No, I mean like I wasn't cliquish. It wasn't like the football team was always very cliquish. The cheerleaders were always very cliquish. The math team, stuff like that.
Those jackasses.
they're so arrogant.
Holy crap. There's so much division within the math team.
I know. The drama always multiplies.
Right.
But I learned
It all works out in the dividends.
It's very derivative. Anyway, so I learned not to hire Jordan as my employee, or else he'll steal condoms and not pay for them, and I'll go out of business because of it.
$1 condoms. We're starting a promotion at Beard Daddy that for every ball sack you purchase, you'll get yourself some $1 condoms from Beard Daddy. Beard Daddy.
So real quick before we end, to you math geeks, what do you get when you put root beer in a square glass?
Square root.
Square root.
You just get beer, man.
Because it's a root of a square. Oh my gosh. That's so stupid.
You guys are laughing so hard because you're math nerds. And I would gladly sit at the lunch table with you
Oh, thanks, Jordan.
and eat cocaine fries.
Yum. All right, guys. Say goodnight. We'll see you next week.
Good night. We'll see you next week.